Hey bro, you're in the right place. Today I'm going to show you how HTTP requests works in n8n. This video will not be so long, but it will be really useful for you. I will not only show you the HTTP requests, I will give you the understanding of API requests and responses about this technology. Because HTTP requests are pretty easy in n8n, but it is easy only for those people who understand what it is. The plan is like this. I will tell you some theory, you should understand how it works. After this, I will show you this exact AI agent that creates HTTP requests and using its data in AI agent. My name is Max. Let's start. First of all, for beginners, for newbies, API requests, what it is. It means that user, it is you want to get some data. You want to get some data everywhere in internet, in apps, everywhere. When you are opening site or application, or when you are running some AI agents, you send the requests. After this, server will handle this request, will do some stuff, some logic inside. Server prepare data for you, and later server will send response directly to you, and you'll see some information. That's kind of it. It's so easy. And it's working like this. You should understand that there are a lot of different HTTP methods. As you can see here, when we are creating HTTP requests, we need to select methods. But what methods you need, you should understand it. No worries, I will tell you. In 90% of cases, you'll use these 4 methods. But in 99% of cases, you are going to use only get or post. What does it mean? It means that we are telling command to our server what we want to do. It will help to understand the logic and implement the logic. When we send get request, it retrieves data. For example, read customer details from an API. Just read, just get information without any complex stuff. The second one, post. It's when you want to send some data and get some information about this, right? For example, create a new task in Notion. When you are creating something or send some data, especially in JSON format, it will be post. I will tell you more about JSON format a bit later. Puts. It means that you need to just update some data. For example, update CRM contact info. And delete. It's pretty easy, it removes data from our server, from our database. Removes an outdated lead from a sales pipeline, for example, right? When you are sending something on our server or you are getting information, there is a specific format of this. In 90% of cases, it will be just JSON. This is just an example of what you can get from the server or what you want to send on the server. It's pretty easy. This is an object, just one big object with information. Inside this object, you have different cells as bank cells. Every bank cell has ID or number, right? If your money in the 5th cell, you're going to the 5th cell, open it and take your money. Here is the same. We have key and value. Key is city, value New York. Key is country, value USA. Key population, and this number is kind of the value. It can be different formats. This video is not about formats, but this is string, this is integer, this is kind of double. By the way, we are getting exact this response a bit later. I'll show you. Our server can send us status codes. These codes is just to simplify understanding the problem or not the problem on the server. For example, this is just code example what server can send us. Status 400, error, bad request, message, missing required parameter. Error and message can be optional. Status will be in 99% of cases. With the help of this number, you can understand what exactly goes wrong. What you want to see? You want to see 200 status code. Sure, here's what you're asking for. So it is the description, simple description of the server answer. Right? You want to get 200 every time. But in some cases you can face some issues, right? And this video will help you to understand these issues. If you want to understand which code what means, just make a screenshot of this. 400, bad request. The request was incorrect or malformed. Wrong syntax, missing parameters, and etc. 401, unauthorized, pretty common one. The request needs authentication. For example, you have some problems with your API key or credentials in n8n. 403, forbidden. You don't have permission to access this resource. So you should go to resource and give yourself permission. 404, not found. I believe you already faced with this issue a lot of time with websites. The requested resource doesn't exist or the URL is incorrect. And 500, internal server error. Something went go wrong on the server side. It's not in your request. You should not debug anything because it is a problem on the server side. And finally, now you are ready to understand how it works in n8n. First of all, you need to create your HTTP request node. It's kind of like plus HTTP request. What do you have here? Here you have methods. You know about the methods, right? In every documentation, you can see which method you should use. For example, it will be just get. Here you should paste your URL. I've made just kind of the mock server, this one. I've been using bzipter, copy it, paste it here, and we have URL. If we need some kind of authentication, we can create predefined credential type or generic credential type. It's pretty easy to do. After this, you can send different parameters. In most cases, you can send query parameters, send headers, send body, if you need to put some data. Everything will be in your API documentation. In the second tab, we have some toggles. But I want to focus on this one, on error. We can stop workflow, we can continue, or we can continue using error output. It's a really great practice to handle your errors. Right now, you can see that I have only one output. If I'm going to tap settings, tap on error and continue using error output, I will have two outputs here, on success and on error. Let me show you on this HTTP request. So here I have my URL, I have my path. I configured my path here, just tap on mocking rules and I have path city info. And inside this city info, I'm getting this response body. And I can just tap test prep. It's working and I got the information from my server. I can enable AI agent to my chain. In case of success, I can add AI agent. Let's open AI agent. And when we just launch our test workflow, let us launch it. On the left side, you will see your parameters and you can use it in your agent. For example, describe the city, JSON city in 2 sentences. I made it as expression to be able to do this stuff. And what we should do, just like this animation, just look at this animation. Drag and drop, drag and drop. That's how I created this. In case of error, we can do some kind of hangings, whatever we want. So let me show what this agent will do. It will call this endpoint. It will get this information. It will take name of the city and it will describe the city in 2 sentences. Let's start one more time. Test workflow. It's working, and now we should have, we have this description. Everything works fine. If we get the error, let's mock the error. Which one you want? For example, 400, right? Let's do this. 400. Save rule, and let's test it one more time. Okay, we have error 400, and here we can do anything with this error. We can show it to the user, we can send it somewhere, we can save it, or we can describe it. I have a really great community for the guys like you. It's AI Elite Club. This community will help you to become the really great AI agent developer. Join it right now, link in the description. Thank you so much. Tap a like button, put a comment. Have a nice day.